Don't get stuck without a spare when you hit the road for the big travel season. If you haven't looked in your trunk lately, you might be surprised at what you see or what you don't. It turns out more than a third of cars made in the U.S. in the last 2 years don't have a spare tire. Instead, some car makers are equipping their vehicles with a tougher tire. But Consumer Reports says you need to be careful. Channel 4's Nikki Kimbleton shows why some argue that this alternative could still leave you stranded.
If your vehicle doesn't come with a spare tire, it probably includes some sort of a sealant kit or what's known as a run-flat tire. But if you have a major issue and your tire is this flat, you could find yourself with a big problem. Tony Masudo's repaired a lot of local tires in his lifetime, and his one piece of advice:
I definitely would have a spare tire.
Being stranded without one worries Gloria Strunen. She recently leased a new car that has no spare. If she gets a puncture, she'll have to depend solely on her run-flat tires that came on her vehicle.
It was a big concern of mine, and it still is to this day.
So what is a run-flat tire? Consumer Reports tire expert Gene Peterson says they have thicker sidewalls, support speeds up to 50 miles an hour for a distance of at least 50 miles after most flats. Run-flat tires are also more expensive. Depending on size, some can cost as much as $300 each. There are also fewer models available, and they might have to be special ordered. So why are so many car makers ditching the spare tire for these?
Manufacturers are eliminating the spare to lighten up the load in the car to help improve fuel efficiency.
While run-flat tires can help in some situations, mechanics like Masudo have concerns. Tony, you're not a fan of these. Tell me why.
Well, if you get a hole in the sidewall, all this road debris and everything, you can't change it. Fix a flat is not going to fix it. Now you're stuck on the side of the road.
So if it's more than a small puncture, you could be stuck if you only have run-flat tires. That happened to one of Masudo's customers just last month. She was in a brand new rental car without a spare.
I had to go rescue her, take her car, tire off, bring it up, put a new tire on, take her back to where if she'd had a spare, we could have threw it on and she could have went on with her trip.
So if you ever find yourself in a situation like this one, well, some say it is best to have that spare tire. And you can always ask for one when you're buying your new vehicle. Just make sure it's specifically designed to fit your car. Nikki Kimbleton, Channel 4, the local station.